Hello everybody, welcome to a new Fallout 76 video. Today I wanted to show you guys my Commando character. So let's go ahead and take a look at the perk cards first. In Strength we have Traveling Pharmacy, Barbarian, and Blocker. Barbarian and Blocker just help a little bit with survivability. Traveling Pharmacy I always like to keep on because I like to gather up meds. I do use stim packs on occasion, but primarily I like to be able to carry them around because they're good for selling or using if you like to use drugs. Perception, we of course have the Commando perks, totally maxed out, and we have Tank Killer, which gives us armor penetration and a 9% chance to stack. In Endurance, we have Ironclad for more resistance, Adamantium Skeleton, because when I'm not running power armor, I always like to have that on. Otherwise, I just take way too much limb damage. Or my limbs get crippled all the time. It's very frustrating. Fireproof just helps with explosive attacks, flame attacks, reducing that is. In Charisma, we have Inspirational for that extra XP bonus when you're on a team. Strange in Numbers, because running mutations. Travel Agent. In Intelligence, we have Demo Expert, batteries included, and Gunsmith. I'm running batteries included because I do carry around fusion cells, and though they don't weigh a whole lot, I can carry even more when I'm running batteries included. And you'll see why in a second here when I show you my weapons. In Agility, we have Action Boy, because you really want to have, you want your AP to be regenning faster. I don't rely very heavily on VATS with my Commando build necessarily, but it's still nice to have high AP regen, even if you don't use VATS all the time. It's good for sprinting and jumping and all that stuff, so anything that uses AP, it's always good to have high AP refresh. White Knight, which just helps with armor and armor breakdown costs, repairs, everything like that. And Adrenaline just helps with a little bit more with damage output. And same in Luck with Bloody Mess, a little bit more damage output. You have Class Freak and Starch Jeans for the mutations. Alright, let's look at legendary perks. I'm running Endurance, Agility, Intelligence, What Rads, Strength, and Survival Shortcut. What Rads is a really nice legendary perk if you're running a full health build, especially if you can get it maxed out to 4 stars. You will almost never have to worry about Rads again except for certain circumstances, like in a nuke zone or something like Radiation Rumble. Same with Survival Shortcut. If you can get that maxed out as well, you probably won't ever need to carry around food or stim packs ever again. Even at rank 1 or 2, it's very helpful. Alright, let's take a look at our gear now. So the main reason I like to carry around fusion cells is because one of my primary weapons is a Tesla rifle. It's a quad Tesla rifle. It has faster fire rate and faster reload. The faster fire rate, to be honest, is not that great of a second effect, I feel like, on the Tesla rifle. Like, it doesn't hurt at all, and I'm not entirely sure what would be a better second effect, to be honest. It kind of depends, but this thing fires fast enough as it is without a faster fire rate effect, so it's not a super big necessity. The faster reload speed is really nice because the Tesla rifle does reload a little bit on the slower side. And then, of course, having a quad means that it does hold 60 rounds, so you can fire it a lot longer. It makes it very viable. The nice thing is, too, is it doesn't break down super fast, and it does do decent damage. It's at 110, and that it it bounces from enemy to enemy, so you're hitting a group of enemies. It's great for mobbing, and it's honestly not terrible for bossing either. It still does pretty decent damage. The one area that it lacks is range. It says 204, but I don't really know 204 what. It doesn't really specify, and it doesn't have super great range. I could probably hit something right there where I'm shooting on that rock, but not much past it. So if you need something for range, you want to carry some kind of a backup, and I have a couple things for backup that I use mostly just for the fun of it. I have the, well, I renamed it the BAR because it looks a lot like a Browning automatic rifle. But it's just a combat rifle, and it's quad and explosive, just 2-star, and it's just kind of a fun weapon. It does 99 damage. The handmade rifles definitely do more damage than the combat rifles, but like I said, I like the look of this, and it's fun because it's quad as well. So you have 80 rounds in a magazine, so that's pretty fun. And then it has a lot better range. See, the range is lower. It says 174, but I can definitely hit things a lot farther than the Tesla rifle. I'm not sure why the Tesla rifle shows higher range. And then also, just for fun, is this. It is a 2-shot explosive submachine gun, and I named it Tommy because it's a Thompson submachine gun. And it's really just for fun. It actually, as you can see, it does less damage than the combat rifle, and this is with 2-shot and explosive, so it's more just for the looks than anything else. It's kind of fun to run around shooting things with this. It really isn't terrible in terms of damage. It is pretty effective, and I'll show off all 3 weapons in just a second here. Let's take a look at armor real quick. I just have some pretty random pieces of armor on, nothing super crazy. I like to try and have at least a couple pieces of AP refresh armor. So I have one here, and then I have one other one, this left arm here. I have some more, it's just a 2-star. So I have a couple of AP refresh. Again, it's just nice to have AP refresh going. Regardless of your build, whether you're using, VATS a lot or not, it's still nice to have high AP refresh for sprinting and everything else. Alright, let's head down to, let's head down to Huntersville. I like going to Huntersville over West Tech, just because there's not as many, so I can control the fight a little bit better. Otherwise, it gets a little bit chaotic outside of Vault 76, or outside of West Tech. There's just a lot there, and it can get a little bit hectic. So let's start out with the Tesla rifle, and we'll start out with these guys here. We probably will end up going over to West Tech in a second. Dead. Dead. And dead. So the faster fire rate, like I said, it definitely doesn't hurt it. It feels a little bit unnecessary because it already has pretty decent fire rate and it does really good damage. Again, I don't know exactly all the different secondary effects off the top of my head, and I haven't looked. I'm not gonna re-roll this thing for the sake of trying to get a different secondary effect when the quad and the faster reload are really good. Alright, so they're both dead. Alright, so I think that's enough demonstration. You get it. The Tesla rifle is insanely good. Even if you don't have a quad, even if it's just a regular, if you can get some good effects on it. Like, I found a 1-star 2-shot that I'm using on one of my other characters with Commando setup. Bloodied Commando setup, to be specific. And it's actually really, really good. It's only got 15 shots, so it has to reload pretty frequently, but it's still really, really viable. So as you can see, not bad. It's not super great, but it does decent enough damage. I think that was about 20 shots to take him down. If I wanted to use VATS, let's get a critical up there. Okay, let's kill him too. Alright, here's a level 100. I used a crit and VATS, and yeah, it was still more or less kind of the same. So, not the best, but not bad by any means. If you could get some kind of a vampire's weapon, vampires are nice as kind of a backup, even a primary, I guess, for fighting, because then you really never have to use Stimpaks. You never have to worry about it, which is, you know, it is kind of nice. All right, let's pull out the Tommy gun here and see how this does. Oh, here's a legendary, level 75. Yeah, it does not do super great damage, especially not against a legendary, level 75. But it's not terrible, you know? I mean, if your only goal is to try and one-shot everything, then no, it's not going to work. But if you're just trying to have fun with the game and enjoy the different weapons there are, it's definitely a viable weapon. And a crappy one-star double-barrel shotgun. And a magazine. Let's go see. I think there's one or two more up here. Another legendary mutant hound. Cool. Oh, there he is. So yeah, it's really more of a fun weapon than anything else, because it's not doing great damage. So let's pull this out again. There's one more here. There he is, level 60. Alright, and that was under 20 shots, and I also definitely missed some. So, again, not terrible damage. It's not super great, but if you need something that has ranged, I would go with the handmade over the combat rifle, if you're concerned about damage. But if you like the look of the combat rifle, it's definitely a fun weapon to use and definitely worthwhile. And then, of course, like I said, Tesla rifles are amazing weapons. They do really good damage, and they're a lot of fun. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.